Hi, my name is Lisa Sim, and I am a Montreal-based makeup artist, and I am also an Arbonne independent consultant, if you didn't know that about me already. And if you hear a little bit of rumbling in the background, that is likely my dryer because somebody has a basketball game tomorrow and they wanted a clean uniform, so that's that, mom life. Why I am using Arbonne products is because I know it's extremely safe and it has a lot of results, okay? So it's like basically skincare, makeup, all in one, so it's like double duty right there. Because we are so multitasking these days, I figured I might as well have makeup that does the same thing. Also, it's about what it doesn't contain. Arbonne does not use over 2,000 banned ingredients. And the reason why is that some things can be carcinogenic, could be causing cancer, it could be an endocrine disruptor, it could be a hormone disruptor, it could like affect your reproductive system. And I got a 15-year-old daughter and I'd like to have grandchildren, so that's that. It does not have any animal testing, it does not use any animal byproduct. It is certified vegan and gluten-free and cruelty-free. There is no phthalates, there is no parabens, there is no mineral oil, there is no petroleum-derived ingredients, there is no fragrances, there is no artificial colorants. Really, the list goes on of what it does not contain. So I think that's a wonderful thing, and I think more people should be really aware of what they're putting on their bodies, because as we know, the skin is the biggest organ. It absorbs everything. So it's like if you're putting toxins in, there's going to be toxins that are coming out, and that is not cool. And I realized that when I started breastfeeding, I'm like, oh my God, everything that I'm putting into myself is going into this other being. So I like cut that out right away. So the first thing that I like to use is the Prime and Proper. It's a basically a shadow primer, and I actually already put some on because I just like the look of it, but I will take a little dab of it. I will put it all over my lid. I will put it into the inner corners all the way around. So basically it creates like this really smooth canvas for the eye. I can leave it like that sometimes, or I will just then layer on the eyeshadow, but it does smooth everything out. It hydrates, it contains eye bright, it's a botanical that is also an antioxidant. It is very soothing. It contains jambu flower extract. It's a botanical extract that diminishes the appearance of wrinkles and is also very conditioning as well. So it is super smooth feeling as well, and it prevents creasing, and it like allows your eyeshadow to last longer. Then I have my it's all in the eyes. It's the eyeshadow palette. You get like 12 shades from like matte to shimmery, super long lasting. This one is volume 1, so it's like all these great neutrals. It is a blend of mallow flower, cucumber, eye bright extract, and sunflower seed oil, which conditions the eye area. And I will apply some just into my lower inner lid area because I want to like open this up. I have like little eyes, so I just want to like open it up, and I'll just like pop a little bit underneath the arch of my eyebrow like that. And then I will just switch over to just a darker shade. I like this one. It's called Mahogany. It's down here. And I never do my makeup using the camera, so I find this really weirdo. But that eye primer really allows the color to cling to the eye. Very little fall off. And I'm using all synthetic brushes as well, so it's like there's no animal fur being used either. So I kind of just run that all along my lower lid lash line. And when my eyes open, you don't really see too much, so I'll just kind of lift this up, pressing into my bone area. And I often just do like little circles, so that will like blend it out at the same time. So I'm really simple. I do like a 2-color process, and that's that. If I really want to get fancy, then I will use a little bit of the darker shadow and put that on as a liner. This is the brow pencil, and what I like about this one is that it also has the little brush on the end, and it's a roll up, so obviously I don't need to sharpen everything. I don't get any like wooden pieces flying around anywhere, and this does have some key ingredients to it as well. Eye bright extract, It's a antioxidant, and it can also be a conditioner as well. Hibiscus extract, that's antioxidant, and there is larch and green tea extract complex, and that creates the appearance of fuller eyebrows. So I don't have a lot of eyebrows because I lived in the 90s, and I thought it was really great to have like skinny ass eyebrows, and I really obviously was too young to realize that I took out too much from my inner corner. So I always filled this little part in and follow my tail. I can probably do a class one time just on how to fill in your eyebrows, because I'm kind of like brow obsessed. I've been brow obsessed since I was like 12 years old, watching magazines and going, why are those girls' eyebrows so crazy? And mine are just crazy. Okay, and then I use that little other brush to brush downwards. And when I want a little bit of a bigger impact, I will take a little angle brush and I will go back to Cypress, which is that dark brown over here. And I just like to add a little extra to my arch and my tail, just to give it that little extra definition. Hold my brush the opposite way. This is so weird doing my makeup this way. Thanks for hanging in there. And just follow through. And if I want to use this as a liner, I basically have a setting spray as well. And I will take a little drop of that. I will dip my brush into it. I literally just sprayed into the palm of my hand. And I will instantly make myself a liquid liner. Boom, like that. So sometimes I just say, forget it, I'm not using a pencil. I'll just give myself a little tail there, elongate my eye a little bit. And that's it. If you hear another sound, that was my freezer turning on, just saying. Okay, so after that, I will use mascara, but I do need to curl my lash first because that is like essential. People, if you're not using a lash curler, what are you doing? There's a whole bunch of reasons I explained to use it. Okay, so you get to the root and you just give it a couple of pulses. So don't like try to like rip them off or anything. Just like press gently and just pulse the lash curler a little bit. So it opens up the white of the eye because our lashes are there to protect our eyeballs from all sorts of pollutants that are like entering it. And it will take the shadow off the white of the eye. It will make it look more open. And then when you go to put the mascara on, you will actually see the lashes. Guys, did you see that in my nose? Ew. Okay. So I'm the type of girl who just does my top lashes because I really only bother doing my bottom lashes that are like minuscule for like nighttime. So the key ingredient in the mascara, and this is the Speak Volumes, that has a proprietary blend of polypeptides and botanicals. Pea peptides, radish root, and that gives a more voluminous and lush appearance to your lashes, but it also contains green tea and larch extract that gives it fullness and length. So who doesn't want that? So after that, I like to give a little highlight, and this is like one of these things that I like run around with all the time. Since it's come out, I've been getting it. So it's basically the Sheer Glow highlighting stick, and it's double-ended. So we have like the bronze side, and we have kind of like the glowy pearl side. And I literally am so lazy, I just do that on each side. Do that little highlight and blend out the edges with a warm finger. And I'll go, I'll just kind of run it along there. And then I'll take my fingertips and I'll just add a little bit to the inner corners of my eyes because I'm all about the highlight. If I get crazy, sometimes I'll just put it underneath the arch of brow. Sometimes I'll just use this all over my face and call it a day. So what I like about it is sunflower seed oil, and there's grapeseed extract, that's antioxidant properties. And there is a sustainable shea butter in it, which is also fair trade. So who doesn't like that? It's like really supporting communities in that case. Then I'm going into my, what is this one? It is, what is this thing called? Starlight Glow Palette. Oh my God, I can't light this thing properly. But anyway, Starlight Glow Palette, and it has 4 lovely shades in it, and they're really big. And I go in with a small brush. This shade is called Meteor. And I'm living for this because it is like the perfect matte, earthy brown shade, great for contour. I use it a little bit in my temples, along my hairline. And no joke, hi. When I'm doing my contour, I really kind of start up at the corner of the eyebrow and then run down on each side. Because guys, I'm Asian, I have the flattest nose ever, and this really gives me appearance that I have a bridge. And then the other shades, some days, that's it. I just like run every shade all around. Like I'll just take a little bit of, let's say, Twilight, and I'll put that into my crease. So sometimes it's eyeshadows, sometimes it's just highlighter. It just depends on what I'm feeling like. I like things that I can just like do whatever with. Okay, so that was that. Is there anything amazing about it? I have to say that it does contain cucumber seed and vitamin E and mallow flower extract. All of these things are very conditioning, so it's like really not drying. Like my face does not feel dry when I use this. When I'm going out at night, I actually will use this one, which is a, what do you call this? It's like a CC cream, okay? And I like it. I think it looks amazing. I use it on a lot of people. It's a second skin. It actually is a environmental protector. It is like an anti-pollution barrier. It literally is like a second skin. So it has a alfalfa, chicory extracts, argan oil for antioxidants. There's vitamin E. It has an SPF 30 in it. So if you're not really into foundations and you want kind of like something that's going to do it all, it's going to be your primer. It's going to be your color, like as your for foundation. It is going to be something that's going to like control like, you know, shine. It does a whole bunch of things, so I'd really invest in something like this. But when I'm really kind of like lazy, I actually just go in with my concealer. I think that's like one of my favorite things to use. When I tried this the first time, I was like super blown away by it because it is something that contains bamboo powder, and that bamboo powder, it blurs the appearance of fine lines. Like I literally put it on in certain areas, took a picture of myself, I'm like, oh my God, I look at airbrush in some areas. So yeah, I started using this a lot. And actually Arbonne has this great synthetic double-ended brush. So I will take a little bit. My color is tan. So I basically follow this little C underneath. I don't go too close to my eye. And then I go, anywhere that I just want a little bit more coverage. I don't use this everywhere all the time, but one side is for applying and one side is for blending. Literally, when I have this brush, I actually kind of just run it underneath the contour to highlight that area. So I will really, once I finish all the eyes, I will then pass with the concealer. And I just love the feeling of it, and it's really hydrating and is very long lasting. It's really, really effective, and it's actually one of the products that I recommend the most. Okay, works for me. What also does it contain? It's phytanol. It is a proprietary blend of chicory alfalfa, which actually that's really cool, is that with extended use, it's going to reduce the dark circles under your eyes. It does contain eye bright extract, hibiscus flower extract. Those are antioxidants. They also deliver moisture. There's peptides that reduce the fine lines, and there's jambu flower extract. that is there to reduce wrinkles and has a smoothing effect, and it is very conditioning as well. I will do the, oh, my favorite, okay. This is the bronzer. This is the thing that I'm always like, yes, you have to try this one, okay? Like, I mean, I've like destroyed this one, okay? But what it does contain is lavender extract to hydrate, calm, and condition, licorice extract for moisture and conditioning, and chamomile for conditioning and soothing. And it does contain a bunch of other extracts that I can't pronounce, but they sound fabulous and very exotic. But there is thyme extract, and I know what that is, and it's for like very healthful, healthy, radiant looking skin. And I kind of use this this is the thing that I use every day. If I'm not gonna like put anything, my God, this really keeps death away. So kind of like my star product right there. I will use blush as well, you know what I mean? But this kind of like does everything. And I will either do the lipstick or I will do the gloss. And I think today I'm just gonna do the gloss. And this one has like peptides and polymers and a Edelweiss plant extract that is good for dehydrated lips. A whole bunch of naturally derived plant extracts. So it like plumps, it improves the lip texture, it's super hydrating and soothing. And this is my favorite one, and this one is called Primrose. So this is it. This is my full face. I will use the setting mist as well. It's a pollution shield technology. It does contain red algae, taro fruit, sea buckthorn seed oil, and that helps shield the skin from environmental stressors and such as dirt and pollution. So who don't want that? And I use that because it smells like rose and geranium, and it's also there for an instant boost of hydration. There is aloe vera leaf extract, which is very refreshing and very soothing. And my favorite thing, hyaluronic acid, guys. Hyaluronic acid is like this like thing that irons your skin. It's crazy. And it hydrates and it retains moisture and it makes it look softer and it makes it look plumper. Not that I need any help looking plump. But this is it. This is basically my full face. If I wasn't talking, this probably would take me like 5 to 10 minutes to do, but I did really want to give you a little bit of the ingredient listing on how every product does contain some amazing skin conditioning and skin healthy ingredients. And if you have any questions or would like to have a makeup done by me, or I'll have a little makeup class with me, you can definitely reach me at Lisa Sim Makeup Artist on Instagram, or you can find me same thing on Facebook, and just reach out. I would love to meet with you, talk with you, and let you try out the products. So thanks again, and see you next time.